What's up, everybody? My name is Dana Harris with Young Gurus Math Tutoring, and I'm back again to drop some more math jewels. In this video, I want to show you how to multiply a monomial by a trinomial. Now, technically, it's nothing but the distributive property, but sometimes the terms get larger and there's a lot of things going on with the different terms. So nevertheless, let's get right into it. Example 1. If I have 4x and I'm multiplying that by 2x cubed minus 7x squared. I do not like squeaky markers. Plus x. Okay, so I'm multiplying those two, and all I'm going to do is actually distribute this 4x to each term inside the parentheses. So if we write it out, it looks like this: 4x times 2x cubed. I'm going to say plus 4x times negative 7x squared plus 4x times x. All right, so we just distributed this 4x. Boom, boom, boom. All right, 4 times 2 is 8. Remember, x times x cubed. When we multiply exponents, we have to add. When we multiply terms like that, we have to add the exponent. So x to the 1 power plus x to the 3rd power is x to the 4th power. 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. X times x squared is x to the 3rd power. And then 4x times x is x squared. And that is it. It's that simple. The main thing to remember is to make sure that you distribute. Be very, very careful of positive and negative signs. They do mean a lot. And then make sure you remember to add your exponents. That is very, very important. All right, we'll do a couple more examples and then we'll wrap it up. Example 2. Example 2 says we want to have negative 8y to the 3rd power, and we want to multiply that by 7y squared minus 4y minus 1. All right, same thing. We're distributing negative 8y cubed times 7y squared. You can say plus negative 8y cubed. That's up to you, because remember, addition is the same thing as, or I'm sorry, subtraction is the same thing as adding the opposite of a number. I like simply just saying minus 8y cubed times negative 4y, and then minus 8y cubed times negative 1. I can always put plus negative 8y cubed and plus negative 8y cubed in both of those spots. That is totally up to you. Negative times a positive is a negative. 8 times 7 is 56. Y to the 3rd times y squared. We have to add them. We get y to the 5th. Negative times negative is a positive. 8 times 4 is 32. Y to the 3rd times y is y to the 4th. Negative times a negative is a positive. 8y to the 3rd power. Okay, and like I said, you can simply add the negatives. That is totally fine. That is always kind of a student's choice, but I think it's important to know the various forms of how the numbers look. A lot of times people get confused at whether it's subtraction or addition and things like that, but it's very, very important to understand they are the same thing. Subtraction is nothing but adding the opposite of a number. 10a, and I'm multiplying that by negative 6a squared plus 2a minus 7. Distribute, boom, 10a, negative 6a squared plus 10a times 2a plus 10a times negative 7. 10 times negative 6 is negative 60. A to the 3rd power, because we have to add the exponents, plus 20. A times a is a squared. And then 10 times negative 7 is negative 70. Keep your a. These are fairly simple. If you know how to use the distributive property pretty well, you'll know how to do this for the most part. But it's definitely a skill that builds up to something further. The reason why I like doing videos on the basics is because I'm a firm believer that if you have a strong foundation of the basics, then it always makes the other stuff a little simpler. All right, last example. Let's do negative 2x, and we want to multiply that by 5x squared minus 4x plus 3. All right, distribute negative 2x times 5x squared minus 2x. Actually, let's do it separate. Let's say plus negative 2x times negative 4x plus negative 2x times 3. All right, so this time instead of just writing minus, I put plus negative. Okay, negative times positive is negative 10. X times x squared is x to the third power. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. X times x is x squared. Negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. Keep my x. All right, so a monomial times a trinomial. It could be times a binomial. It could be times a polynomial. No matter if there's 7 terms in this parentheses, all I'm going to do is distribute the number that's on the outside, or the term that's on the outside of the parentheses, times every term inside the parentheses. These terms can get very intricate and have several variables and exponents and things like that. It's all the same concept. They just throw different numbers on you. All right, remember, Young Gurus Math Tutoring, I got the solution to your math problems.